Skyscrapers, shining lights, endless traffic, and modern folks. There's no doubt that Shanghai has become a must-visit city for a lot of people, both because of the dramatic urban life and the sense of opportunity.
On this side, the city is all about historical legacy, but across the river you can discover what Shanghai's Pudong has achieved. Banks, exchanges, and many car factories have sprung up and flourished in over just 3 decades.
There used to be no planes, no cars, only bicycles. Now Pudong is home to Tesla's gigafactory and the engine of China's auto industry. Back in 1983, US President Ronald Reagan initialed his Star Wars plan. Nintendo's entertainment system went public, and in the rough car factory in Shanghai, a Volkswagen Santana rolled off the assembly line.
The vehicle later became most popular in China for decades, but at the time, even though the country had already started its reform and opening up, most manufacturing sectors were still raw. Workers spent a whole week to make a car, but it only took 2 days in Germany.
China soon recognized its limitation in the auto industry and decided to bring in foreign players. It needed expertise, money, and a model suitable for Chinese consumers. In return, the foreign car makers enjoyed Shanghai's preferential business policy and the potential of a huge future market.
7 companies, including America's GM and Japan's Nissan, joined the competition, and finally Germany's Volkswagen won the bid. In 1985, Shanghai Volkswagen joint venture was born, and each party took 50% of the shares. But in the first year, over 95% of the Santana's components were still imported.
After years of effort, China's self-supply of the Santana reached 60% and later surged to over 90% in 1996. Foreseeing the promise of China's auto industry, former Premier Li Peng announced the proposed development of the Pudong New Area in 1990 on the 5th anniversary of the founding of Shanghai Volkswagen joint venture, which attracted more global car makers and accessories providers to build factories in the country's most advanced economic center. Thanks to a raft of policy incentives, the world's second-largest economy outside the United States as the largest auto market both in supply and demand in 2010. Currently, the country is working on developing domestic brands, but sales of branded domestic models account for less than 40% of the total passenger vehicle sales. And even though some Chinese car makers have driven into the premium car market, most of the domestic car brands are still relatively cheaper. For China, lack of absolute technology and research development strength are also things to worry about. Is Shanghai still gonna play a key role in the auto game? The world is watching.